All right, so we are getting started with row 1 of the, I haven't totally named it yet, poolside pineapple, some sort of pineapple. It's a pineapple motif, so some sort of pineapple cover-up. Okay, I'm making a small one, so in my pattern, you will see referenced how to adjust the size. In this example, I'm not making the base size pattern, I'm making a much smaller one so that the video won't be quite as long, and that it's gonna be for my daughter, so it's gonna be really a little one. But same process, but the pattern and my video are gonna tell you kind of where to make your adjustments in order to achieve the size that you are hoping for. So we're starting with a 5mm hook, and my pattern calls for a DK cotton. In my example here, I'm not actually using a DK cotton. I'm using, my daughter just really likes this like pink. It's a weight 3 acrylic. Can't get it anymore. It was like a Joann's like special from a long time ago. Anywho, okay, get yourself a DK weight cotton is what I recommend, a 5mm hook, and here we go. Start with a slip knot, and we're gonna go ahead and chain 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to make a ring from our chain 8 by doing a slip stitch in that first chain. Okay, for row 2, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put a puff stitch into the chain 8 circle. For my puff stitch in this pattern, you're going to yarn over basically 4 times until you have 9 loops on your hook, and then pull your yarn through. Of course, my dog needs to go to the bathroom right now. Okay, let's do this one puff stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yarn over, and you're going to pull through all 9 loops. Okay, in my pattern, throughout my pattern, this chain 1 right here is considered part of the puff stitch to close the puff stitch. Okay, I know some crocheters would say that's just a chain 1, it's not actually part of the puff, but for the sake of this pattern, that chain that I used is just going to be considered part of the puff stitch throughout the whole pattern. Okay, so 1 puff stitch, we're going to chain 2. I'm going to finish this row, and then I'm going to take a break. Let my dog out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pull through all 9. Close it up, then chain another 2. We're going to have 4 puff stitches in this initial circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close it up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. All right. So we did a puff stitch, we chained 2, another puff stitch, chain 2, and 3rd puff stitch, chain 2, and a 4th puff stitch, and that's going to be the end of round 2. Apparently my dog doesn't need to go out, so we're going to continue on to round 3. Go ahead and turn your work. All right. You are going to now, for row 3, slip stitch into this chain 2 space. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to create what I call in the pattern a puff V stitch. Okay, a puff V stitch every time is going to be placed into this chain 2 in between 2 puff stitches. Okay, so we're going to do a puff the same way as we did before with the 4 yarn overs so that you have 9 loops on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oops. My gosh. Pull through. Close it up. Chain 2. And then another puff. into that same chain 2 space. Okay, and close it up. All right, this right here is what's called throughout my pattern a puff V-stitch. So it's a puff, a chain 2, and then another puff. And the puff V-stitch, again, always goes into the chain 2 space from the puff V-stitch prior, okay? All right, so we did slip stitch, puff V-stitch, then we're gonna chain 2 again. In the center here, we're gonna put a double crochet. Then we're going to chain 3. And then put another double crochet in this same spot, same chain 2 space. Okay, and then we're gonna chain 2 again. And then we're gonna do another puff V-stitch in this last space. Okay, chain 2. Okay, so this is what your row 3 is going to look like. You have a puff V-stitch, chain 2, DC, chain 3, DC, chain 2, and then a puff V-stitch. Okay, I don't want these videos to get too long, so I'm going to make another video for the next couple rows. That's rows 1, 2, and 3.